What's going on, y'all? Do us a favor, help us out with that algorithm. Click that subscribe, leave those comments.
Darnell Washington, Big O, as dog fans lovingly call him, 6'7", 264 pounds. This guy's a mountain of a man. He is a mountain of a man and a freak athlete. Has very, very good footwork, is the best blocker in this tight end class by leaps and bounds, to the point where teams that really wanted to get creative and run heavy offensive line fronts, he could play kind of that swing tackle, movement guard type position on whether it's counter plays or kick out plays, and not skip a beat. If you were watching the combine, he moved that blocking dummy better than I'd say about half of the offensive line prospects did. He just is relentless. So he will see playing time right away. I don't know that it's necessarily going to translate into routes run always, but he will be playing almost from day one because his ability as a blocker is already leaps and bounds better than everyone else in the class. It will warrant him time. He is a solid route runner, but didn't run many routes at Georgia. The emergence of Brock Bowers kind of formatted how Georgia used him and kept him in line for what Kirby likes to do a little bit more, which is that kind of traditional ground and pound. And Brock Bowers was Monken's baby, right? They still use him all over the field. So short intermediate routes is kind of where he's at. He doesn't have top end speed, so he's not going to be stretching the field a whole lot for teams, but he is going to be playing in between the hashes a ton. And that big body is going to be able to box out linebackers trying to reach over the top or get around him to deflect passes. So he will find use. I think he's going to be more of a red zone target than kind of a receptions and yards type guy, but touchdowns count in fantasy, especially in two tight end leagues. If you have a touchdown guy, that's kind of where you're streaming to. Overall, I think he goes at the back end of the first round, and I think he goes to Buffalo. Like, I think that Buffalo, in trying to find out what works for them, right, and trying to find ways to get the ground game a little bit more consistent and find ways to not have Josh Allen take so many hits and maybe entice him to stay in the pocket a bit more while giving him another weapon. Darnell Washington supplies all that for Buffalo. So it's almost like a 2-for-1 pick there. Almost a luxury pick type for Buffalo with them drafting at the tail end of round one. But he does come in and he fills a couple needs right away, allows Dawson Knox to possibly get out into more traditional routes run in two tight end sets and just kind of play the mismatch game here as they go up against the Bengals and the Chiefs and the Steelers and the Ravens and kind of these high profile AFC teams with all these young up and coming great quarterbacks. It gives them another slight edge, right? It gives them another piece to play with. But great prospect, great kid, very involved in the community, great leadership skills, and any team who drafts him is going to be very, very thankful on day one because they're going to see immediate impact from him.